I've coached Jordan for basically his entire career in the IFBB, and I think when we first started he was placing on the end of the first call out in men's physique, and then we've progressed to winning state shows and being within touching distance of the pro card last year in a close battle. This year, significant improvements have been made again, and it was 12 months of well-planned hard work that got us there, and I'm excited to reveal those improvements today.
Yeah, I trip off the melody shit. That's my remedy, floating on my wave, don't drown.
I still think it is the best look and the best package that I've ever brought, and it's vastly improved since last time we competed.
My cliques some gangsters, but we're bankers if police don't believe. And when my bro got section, swear it hit emotionally. Ain't about no nonsense, but my conscience wants my man to be free. Bro's whipping Yola, but one day I know the coca will leave.
That's the body is like come alive in like 48 hours.
So we deployed a little bit of a different strategy this time, in terms of we actually keeping in mind that the state show has a big gap to the nationals, to then Japan. We played a little bit more reserved, kept food higher, kept cardio lower, and as we got closer, went a little bit more aggressive towards the end, which is a little bit different to the other two times that we've done it, but it's come together perfectly, and it's actually, we've again exceeded what I expected where we would be in terms of how I look and what my weight is.
I think like the hardness is insane.
Yeah.
It came in overnight.
Just the formless we've been able to achieve last week.
Just need to hold it
Right on target. Weight's at its lowest this morning too.
Yeah, you dry out of your mind. Crazy.
Hammies and glutes look a bit better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Bankers if police don't believe. And when my bro got section, swear it hit emotionally. Ain't about no nonsense, but my conscience wants my mind to be free. Bro's whipping Yola, but one day I know the coca will leave. This life's so crazy, but my baby knows I'm trying, you see.
I think just as we prep more together and learn my body and refine our process, the prep, like every prep's difficult, and this one was no exception. I had to still go to a very dark place and push myself, and you know, the hunger, the low energy, the fatigue. But that's a good indicator that you're exactly where you should be, and that's what it takes to bring the best look come today.
I still think this is Jordan at 85%, because we do have the pro qualifier in a month, and we want the body to be looking fresh at that time. It can be difficult to hold a peaked look for an extended duration. Jordan does have his weak points still, but they are slowly improving, and I promise you each time that we go back up on stage there'll be noticeable improvements, and I have full belief that in this competitive season together we will secure his pro card, and then we will be quite soonly after chasing pro shows, and not too long after that chasing pro shows together. I'm looking forward to unveiling the work today and showing everyone just how far he's come in a short period of time, and I'm hopeful that he will get the recognition that he deserves this season. Arguably, he was very close to securing the pro card last competition. Wasn't quite good enough, and this time I feel like with the improvements made, he can be undeniable.
Essentially, all the feedback that we could gather to be better, we've taken it on board and executed. Jackson, he's one of my best friends, so but as a coach, like the knowledge that he has he's very underrated, put it that way. People don't understand how smart this guy is. I get to see it firsthand because I'm a coach too, and I have other friends that compete and they have top level coaches, and I get to compare the stuff that we're doing with the stuff that they're doing. And I start to add things up that these other people kind of don't really know what they're talking about. The good thing with Jackson is like, he has a PhD, he knows how to read research papers properly and a meta-analysis, so he keeps up to date with recent studies and things that have been published, and we use that to our advantage. Kind of a step ahead, because we figure things out before everyone else does, essentially. My prediction for today This is a hard one for me to answer because I'm not arrogant enough. I think I'm going to win, and that's me being confident. But my prediction for today is, yeah, I'm just going to go show my package and have a good time and hopefully collect a gold medal.
It's been a journey, and there's still many more chapters for Jordan and us together working as a team. And I look forward to turning those pages.
I believe that I have one of the strongest mindsets, but I did not 12 months ago. You can sharpen the mind very, very quickly through strategic change. First one being, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that means practice enduring the sensations that don't feel nice, but you know deep down are valuable to you. We are fed the path of least resistance in the fitness industry at the moment. Everyone's telling us not to train too hard, not to train to failure. Saying be more flexible, have more freedom in your diet. People are being fed the message that we should try to make things easier for ourselves. But it's making us soft. It's making the mind soft. The more you get to be exposed to a sensation, the more tolerant of it you will become. You practice being hungry, the more used to being hungry you become. You continually endure training really hard, the easier those hard sessions become. No one is practicing enduring discomfort these days. And this is a fucking problem because at some point in your life, like it did mine, discomfort and suffering is going to be thrown upon you without your choice. And if you've not practiced dealing with it, you're not going to know how to cope with it. And I did not know how to cope with it. So she introduced me to journaling, instructed me how to go about it. I experimented with it, and I immediately noticed the success. So I will start my morning writing down my intentions in my journal, and they can be immediate, short, and medium term. And I've termed this on my socials like the contract. You write the things that you are going to do down today, and then you sign that piece of paper like you're signing your contract, and then you should be held by the terms and conditions of that contract. You should start small. But then when you tick those boxes on a daily basis, that gives you confidence and momentum. Like I think so many people get flurries of motivation and purpose, and they feel with such clarity that they know what they need to do in that moment. But then life gets in the way, like there's some distractions at work, distractions in a relationship, and you lose the clarity, and you forget what you're supposed to be doing on that daily basis, and then all of a sudden, a few days have gone by and you haven't done what you said you were going to do, and now different habits have been taking its place. But if you constantly start your morning reminding yourself what you need to do today, and not looking much further than that, you give yourself a fighting chance of actually succeeding. And then what that does is one day succeeded by the next, of a week, of a month. You can completely habit change. You can break bad habits that you don't want to do, and you can replace them with good habits that you do want to do. And I've completely reframed my daily routine purely by every morning reminding myself of the habits I want to break, and making sure that for that day I don't give in, and reminding myself for the day what tasks I want to achieve today. I've been 1 year in business progress, and what people would hope to do in 5 to 10 years. Really, that's honest. And purely it is because reminding myself that I need to do a certain number of tasks every single day. Not one day, let a few days go by and then work on it again, but every single day. And being accountable to that contract on a daily basis. Now, manifesting is another thing that I thought was like garbage, really, for the hippies, for the weirdos or something. But I think we can approach manifesting in more of a logical perspective. Manifesting isn't just saying what you hope is going to happen and then expecting the universe to provide it to you. What manifesting does is it unconsciously frames your behaviour, I think. For example, and I have no issues saying this because I believe that I will do it, but in my journal each day I write I am an IFBB pro. And people would say like, no you're fucking not mate, dream on. But I write that like I am one now, and then my behaviours throughout the day naturally become framed to do the behaviours that I think an IFBB pro would do. And so that is why I've been able to be so meticulous with my diet every single day. I don't have issues with adherence or cravings or things I don't consider it. Because my brain constantly is reaffirmed with what would the IFBB pro do in this situation? Would the IFBB pro skip his cardio? No. Would he do the vacuums, the mobility and the things that aren't fun? Yes he would. Would he be perfect on his diet today? Yes he would. Would he have off-plan meals when he's traveling like most people? No, they wouldn't. You know, all of these behaviors naturally become calibrated because I write that one sentence in my journal each day. It's a big day. Started talking at 10. I think it's 5:30 now. But man, you can't take these days for granted, huh? The home team, Perth, they showed out. You know, I think we ended up with 45 paid tickets and a bunch of the PTs that were there as well, you know, and man, just to, I mean, if you told me when I was 21, would I have 45 people paying $550 a ticket to come hear me speak for a day? I'd say it sounds great, but I'd say, you know, not possible in my 20s, you know, so I try to keep myself grounded and not let my head get up in the clouds, because it is easy to talk yourself up and start feeling like the hero. And I am grateful to be in this position, and I can acknowledge that to be able to do this in my 20s, it's rare, you know, to be able to do an event like this. But also I just try to keep myself grounded, and this is just the beginning. But yeah, to see all the faces there, really focused, listening and holding on to every word that I said, you know, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, and like, yes, of course, like if you did the math on the money that comes from today, it's a lot of money, but man, you just can't put a price on that feeling. You know, it's really the fulfillment that I get through connecting with those people and just the little chats after the seminar where people come up to me and say that sort of the parts of the talk changed their life and they're going to go do things differently now, you know, like to have that impact on a life, you know, I don't know how to put a price on that. But we got other work to do, and I'm still a professional athlete first. So we eat our rice cakes with our pre-workout meal, and we go train our ass off. Build some pro shoulders and triceps. This session is a good one for people to take note of, because I mean I've just come off the back of 7 hours of seminar, talking, being on my feet for a lot of it, shaking hands, doing photos. Jordan's been out there with me. I know he's a meal down. He's deep in prep and depleted. You've got every reason in the world to not put in your utmost effort into this session. I mean, but I just see it as a choice, you know, you have a choice to decide, is this going to be a fucking productive session or a wasted session? And I think what separates the great from the not so great, or the average, is how you can perform in less than ideal circumstances. And these circumstances right now, they are not ideal for us, but we will execute and we'll show that.
I do not feel like training right now at all, and for that exact reason, that's why I'm going to train 3 times harder.
This is where it starts now. Okay. Huh? Up.
I made my bed so I'm a lion. Silk quilt fit for a king. I love the fine things. Punch your boyfriend in his face with these diamond rings. God must have forgive me for them minor sins. Then the comments on the blog saying stand up. That they knew that she was kneeling, giving mad up.
Come on. All the way. Every set counts.
Lamborghini. Private jet to Greece, helicopter Santorini. You look cute in your bikini. I drop 6 rats on flights every time I told Tweety come and see me. Believe me, in every aspect in this life that we're living, I'm winning. I can't block my own nigga over women. From burners to murders to money and girls, even down to music. Cause when I drop my shit sells. I'm from P-Block, I'm from P-Block. Where you put bullets in your G-Lo, see ops and squeeze off, ops and squeeze off, ops and beat off, and make them speed off. I'm from P-Block, I'm from P-Block. Where you put bullets in your G-Lo, see ops and squeeze off, ops and squeeze off, ops and beat off, and make them speed off. Hopped off the private jet where we flying next. I don't like this Eurus, but I bring that higher spec. I can make a nigga fry your ex via text. Remember seeing undercovers outside my address. All my niggas breathing. Hallelujah. Why the fuck you worried about me? Little news, alright, look. Let's put the music money to a side. 100k in a day when I was 20. What's the vibe? Remember when I said my chain cost loops? Now I spend chain money on a few shoes. Calm down if you only got a 2-2s. Bring my arms out, my AK, protect the blue woos. Euros or the Cully, Glizzy or the Brucky. She wanna suck my cocky. Then stop and let the fuck. Right, cool. Are you gonna sign the NDA or what? Cause if not, I got a freaking bitch that's gonna take your spot. Bust downs at Birkins Bay, that's the bare minimum. Last year, a nigga ran through a whole million. Dates overseas by the beach with some cool breeze. Cause he needs some money, that ain't nothing. Let's show these things. I bought my niggas watches out the goodness of my heart. I bought these niggas watches just to try and live the part. I buy my niggas guns and then bang them off and that's it. Little ones I had the AK and power. I'm from P-Block. Where you put bullets in your G-Lo, see ops and squeeze off, ops and squeeze off, ops and beat off and make them speed off. I'm from P-Block, I'm from P-Block. Where you put bullets in your G-Lo, see ops and squeeze off, ops and squeeze off, ops and beat off and make them speed off.
Wrestle this. All the way. Stay on it, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it, stay on it. That's it. Fucking heavy. Fuck. If you did it, I can't bitch out. Okay. Ah.
This whole world is fake. It's as real as you make it. I'm a star like David. Where'd you keep the bun, Sam? Don't misplace it. Let me bless it. Let me grace it. I ain't seen it in so long. I was feeling kinda jaded. Way too long. I've been naked. Way too long. I just waited. I want him bodied, wasted. Ain't got no fair. I already faced it, embraced it. Sleep in the graveyard and speak to the dead. Put teeth in his head. Bare blood like when my ex was on her red.
Up to that, everything up to that final rep is the warm up. It's lacing up the shoes before you go out to play.
Yeah, you do that whole thing to get to that last rep, and that's where the magic is. And that's fucking applicable to almost every exercise that you do.
Just everything. That last little bit. It's funny because like you versus the average Joe are doing 95% of the things the same. You're doing the same lead up to that last bit, but that final last rep, that final last little effort, that's the separation.
That's it.
And it's and on an absolute basis, it's a very small difference what you're doing versus the next guy, but practically it is everything. It is the entire difference. You know, it is greatness versus mediocrity, I believe.
I'm a star like David. Where'd you keep the bun, Sam? Don't misplace it. Let me bless it. Let me grace it. I ain't seen it in so long. I was feeling kinda jaded. Way too long. I've been naked.
Oh, there's
way
another.
Too long, I just waited. Bodied, wasted. Ain't got no fair.
Fight with it with me.
I already faced it, embraced it.
One more after
Sleep
this.
in the graveyard and speak to the dead.
Don't quit early. Don't tap early.
Yo,
All the way, all the way.
I came to war, you came to talk. Smoky settings, I'll smoke his brethren, just like I did it before. I've done some horrid things.
That's how to make the best of some non-ideal circumstances.
That's what it's all about.
We fucking threw down then. Yeah. Make it a great workout when 99% of people, they would have made it a shit one, you know?
These are the most important sessions because you prove to yourself that when you don't fucking feel like doing it, when you're tired, just man the fuck up and get it done. And whenever life throws shit at you, there's nothing that can stop you.
Yeah. Excuses are only what you make of them, right? Like we could have taken the excuse for all the shit that happened in the lead up. You know, like we could have excused ourselves from 100% intensity. That's not what champions do. No way. No fucking way.